Good night, guys, and welcome to the webinar. I'm so excited to bring this for you, especially because over the last couple of days, over the Christmas holiday, I have been sick, ill with the flu, so I finally got a break. I did prepare the slides before Christmas, but I couldn't find the health and the time to get this done. So finally, we are live and we're getting this in your hands. I'm excited because the content I have to share with you tonight, I think you will find is of tremendous value. Okay. One of the things I'm excited about is the tweak I'm making to my business model for 2017. In 2017, my business will be driven by a results first approach. At least half of my business will be driven by this. And I will tell you more about my entire business model later on. I'll spend about 5 minutes sharing that with you. But what I want to do right now is to really just kind of zoom you into what you can expect to get out of this. I should say that if you're here, you came here by invite only, simply because this presentation is only for a small amount of people, simply because we're running a beta test of the methodology. Okay, and when I talk about the methodology, I'm talking about the 3 steps. The 3 steps formula I'm going to present to you tonight. Now, if you're looking at your screen, you will see that we have this domain. It's an actual domain name called 3steps.me. It's our brand new site we just put together about a week ago. The developers are still working on the membership side of it. It's totally free, will be totally free, particularly for beta testers. You will be excited to find out exactly the high value I have in there for you. But I think you deserve an explanation of exactly what this 3 steps formula is all about. So you can see the domain says 3steps.me. The ME in blue is a reflection of you. So I really want you to personalize everything I'm about to show you tonight. Because as the caption says, results first, success tribe. What we're going to build out here is a tribe of successes. People who want to get success through using social media, building what I call ELF businesses, ELF, okay? And what ELF stands for, if you really want to think about it, you want to really have an exciting business. It's something that is lucrative and it is fun, okay? So that's what we're going to create using social media. And I know you have questions like, who is this for? How is it going to be done? The difficulties or the ease of it, etc. We are going to cover a ton of stuff for you within the short time we have tonight. So let's get right into it. So the topic here is social media success in 3 steps. And guys, this is very, very simple. I caution you, I don't do scams. I don't do get rich quick schemes. But you'll find that the 3 steps are pretty much effective, and the idea here is to get your results from applying those 3 steps methodology. Okie dokie. So the exact things we're going to cover tonight are just those 5 items on the screen. I will be talking about who is this for, and you will see if you fall in the next minute within any of the categories, and you could decide if you want to stay on the webinar or not. I will then talk about social media myths, and there are many myths, many lies about social media, and you really want to stay for this one. At least stay for that one, because you'll discover there are many things that people get wrong, okay? 3, I will talk about why this works, okay? Why the method works, why the 3 steps method will work for you. And number 4, I will talk about my business model for 2017 and beyond. I'm so excited about it. It's long-term, and it's really based on success first for anyone who partners with me. And The last bit, I'll be giving away some gifts. And the gifts part is my way of bribing you to stay on this webinar. But the gifts are really high value stuff. And I will tell you the list of items I have there in the gift portal for you tonight. Okay, guys? So let's jump right into it. Okay, so who is this for? If you are a business owner, and I mean literally any business, this is for you. And from the context of businesses want to grow, businesses want higher ROI, businesses want to be more profitable, businesses want more sales. So in tonight's webinar, I will show you how we drive through the three-step method, traffic to your business and generate more sales for you, and how you can grab hold of the entire methodology free of cost. Everyone will be getting this free of cost and apply it, to their business. Now, nonprofits. If you are a nonprofit, be a foundation, be a charity, be a credit union, it doesn't matter. This will absolutely work because, like a for-profit business, you are in the business of generating traffic and getting some sort of result as far as growing your nonprofit. If you are a job seeker, individuals, just someone from college, maybe someone out of a job, etc., this absolutely will work for you. Now, at this point, I want to grab something just to show you an example of this, because what I want to show you also in the three-step method as we go along is that it's all about strategy, guys, not tactics, right? Not the statics and technical stuff and making things difficult. It's really about easy, simple strategies. Now, let's look at this one here, job seekers, individuals. If you are an individual looking for a job, right? The question here is, can social media work for you? How can you benefit from social media? Now, I know traditionally you've heard about resumes, right? Our old friend resumes or CVs. And people tend to just be sending them off after the job they want, and you just find yourself part of a large pile appearing the same way to a business owner. Well, can social media get you to the front of the queue? Well, have a look at this one. This is an interesting story about this girl, Carol Duncan, and this goes back about 11 years, right? This is like 2006. Caroline, she went and created this free blog on Blogspot, right? This is totally free, right? And Caroline was targeting this great high-paying job at a company called Provo. And listen, this girl was determined, right? But through using a simple blog, she named the blog, check this out, guys, Why Provo Labs Wants to Hire Caroline Duncan, right? And Caroline went about blogging about, wanting this job. And if you follow the story, you can go to the domain and check it out. And you could see that over time, just over a couple of weeks, she got attention, and then she got into the minds of the right people. Her strategy was listing, for example here, a sample of the problems I can solve at Provo Labs. The smart thing for Caroline is that every great employee is a problem solver, right? So she positioned herself as a problem solver. She used social media, she used the blog, and she eventually, yes, she nailed the job. All right. So don't think, job seekers, you cannot use social media. I will show you even how to use more powerful strategies than Caroline. And even strategies where you stay under the radar, but you get the attention of those who wants to hire you. Okay. Finally, if you're just curious, if you're not sure about how social media will benefit you, you really want to stay until the end of this webinar, because I have a huge surprise for you, and where I will be showing you how the entire webinar you're looking at tonight and the three-step method, you could use this and create for yourself something very, very profitable. All right, guys? Okay, so let's move on. Who this is not for. Now, if you don't have about 1 hour, 5 days per week over the next 3 weeks, this will not work for you, okay? Because what we have here is you would need to invest some time in it, right? I don't know how to build a business without investing time, so I can't help you if you don't have the time to invest in it. But I think an hour a day, you would agree with, is quite reasonable, right? If you want some get rich quick scheme, if you're kind of addicted to shiny objects, I really can't help you there, because you really want to, be building something that is of value, with integrity, and something that is long lasting. And that's what we're going to do here. If you cannot take instruction, okay, if you cannot read email, cannot take instruction, this will not work for you, because this is really about me guiding you, holding you by your hand, and bringing you through to the end to get a big result. All right. So if you're happy with this, let's move along. Let's talk about next social media myths. And guys, there are quite a few. Okay. Now, one of the myths that we have, one of the lies that's out there, and people are pitching this, is that they don't need social media. And what I can say to you is that, think of the cell phone. If you have a cell phone, you absolutely are a candidate, beyond a candidate for social media. Because just like the cell phone that just suddenly fell from the sky and into our hands and we're addicted to it, social media is that other player, right? In the sense that it connects us to other people. It lowers the cost of everything that we do offline. It brings us quicker results. It feeds into our need and desire for instant gratification. And if you think along the lines of branding, personal branding, getting your information very, very, very quickly, social media is where it's at. All right. Now, my definition for social media is quite broad. And when I say quite broad, I'm not just thinking of Facebook and Twitter, etc. I'm even thinking of Google, blogs and e-zines and online magazines, everything where one person can connect through information, through content with other people. I call that social media, because information is now being socialized in that form. All right. So it's quite broad, but we are not going to apply our 3-step method. Will not be broad. It'll be very specific, very simple, very targeted. So don't you worry about that. But by definition, I have a broad view of social media. Okay, next one. I should be on most platforms. Now, guys, I want to show you some statistics here. This one here is a myth. This idea that you should be on Twitter, you should be on Pinterest, you should be on Google+, you should be on Facebook, on all of them, you should be advertising on all of them. Absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not. And I will prove it to you by doing this. Let's have a look at some information, right? Check this out. Now, let me see if I could pull this off my computer. I think I have it somewhere here. I'm going to show you some information, right? Now, if I could just pull this up, have a look at this here. Let's look at some statistics together. This is actual numbers generated from about a year ago. So have a look at the overlap with social media platforms. Have a look at Twitter. The percentage of people on the entire Twitter database, 90% of them uses Facebook, right? What about Instagram? 93%. Pinterest, 87%. LinkedIn, 83%. And it goes on and on and on. Now, what it tells you here is that the number one platform you absolutely must pay attention to is Facebook. I'm keeping it simple here, guys. I can go deeper into the data for you. But here is the point. Let's assume that you spending money advertising on Facebook and Twitter at the same time. Isn't it intuitive that you will logically be spending money targeting the same audience twice? Think about this, right? So the same people you're hitting on Facebook, let's say you spend $10 promoting some offer on Facebook, you're hitting the same people on Twitter, almost the same amount of people, the same audience on Twitter, with another $10, right? So you're kind of wasting between $9 and $10 advertising on another platform. Now, there are reasons why you would use both media. But here's the point I'm making to you. By this simple example here, you really should be focusing on Facebook. Now, I could give you a whole long dissertation on this, but what's important here, guys, is that our method, our three-step method, will be utilizing Facebook with very, very low-cost ads and almost free. And I will also show you some free methods, right? Getting very targeted traffic from there. And we don't even need to look at other platforms. But later on, as we get results from Facebook, we get very good with Facebook, we could have use and apply other strategies to get involved with Twitter, Instagram, etc. And I'll give you a simple reason for this. Facebook is what you call a hybrid platform. If you think of YouTube, YouTube is what we call is very ideal for long form advertising. So people, for instance, who want to explain stuff. People want to use video to run long explaining type of ads, right? Information based, right? Where you believe that your audience need to, set some time to look at your content, and you do have the advantage there of using a platform like YouTube that's already have created the expectation that people, hey, they're cool with kind of spending 10 minutes, 15 minutes looking at video. Twitter is like, 140 characters, very short tweets. Twitter is more like Facebook's noisy neighbor, where you could tweet as often as you'd like. Facebook is somewhere in between, where there's a set number of posts per day that's ideal. Okay, so I will get more deep into that, but the point here is that different platforms have different ways of attracting, keeping attention, converting, having people interact and engage with your content differently. Okay, so pay attention to this. But the mecca, the one you need to pay very close attention to is Facebook, and not just for the mere numbers, but for the depth of data and your ability to manipulate data. Facebook is the one, and the ease of getting sales and traffic. Facebook is the one we're going to focus on in our three-step method. All right, guys, let's head back to our lovely slides here. All right, another myth we have. Let's look at the other myths we have here. Let's get back here. Another myth we have is difficult. Three-step methods, I've simplified the entire process for you. Here's what I would say to you. If you know nothing, anything would be difficult. But if you have a hand to hold you and people to keep you accountable, hey, it's ridiculously easy. Okay, and my hand will be there holding you all the way. I must have money. I will say to you, absolutely, you don't need to. In social media, the world has never seen the opportunity we have in the context of, if you can invest time and you're willing to learn, you don't even need to have a penny to get started. Having said that, I don't recommend having a total free attitude towards building out a successful business online. I think you need to invest not only some time, but some financial effort in there. And in our second step, we will see how we use Facebook, spending $5 a day over 5 days to get targeted high traffic from Facebook. Okay, so it's cheap, it's low cost, but you need some money. A great example I could tell you guys is that I worked about almost a decade ago with a large company, and we were spending, I was cutting checks for like $2-3 million a year on marketing for the marketing department, right? Currently, that same budget, you only need about $5,000 for the same outcome. The same marketing outcome you get almost 10 years ago from about $2 to $3 million, you would just need about $5,000 for this on social media. That's the reach social media is giving us. I mean, if you think about it, no time in the history of the world could you have reached 3.5 billion people by staying in your bedroom or anywhere, any means, any form whatsoever. I mean, it's just incredible the time we live in, and you really want to get in because as far as the potential of this social media landscape, we are only a 15% involvement in the potential of this. So it's a very, very good time to get involved. Anywho, next one, I must be a marketer. I will say this to you. You are already a marketer. If you have just spoken to one person in your entire life, be it your mom, your dad, your brother, you are a marketer. Now, as ridiculous as that sounds, here is the thing. Marketing, for those of us who understand marketing is not sales. Okay? Sales might be considered a subset. Being a salesperson or the selling process might be a subset of marketing. But marketing is really applied psychology, right? Marketing is really connecting with people as far as their beliefs, people as far as the expectations, people as far as the understanding and the paradigms, as far as the understanding of the world is concerned. All right. And along the way, guys, so as we apply the 3-step method, I will be introducing you to a powerful concept that will help you understand how to manipulate people's attention so that you could target exactly the information that they are exposed to, where the attention is had, how they comprehend things, and how they retain information. So we'll talk about those things. These are more, kind of more psychological things that are very simple to understand. But we will be going through them when we build out our simple marketing campaigns. All right, so you are a marketer. By default, you are. Some people are better than others, but if naturally you are already, it's a matter of exposing within you and showing you step by step your marketing abilities, and you will be amazed that through social media, there's not much you have to do but just follow instructions and you'll get results. All right, let's move on. So why will this work? Here is the thing, guys. So I will prove to you when we apply this method that this is really about supply and demand. Everything in business is really about supply and demand. Supply and demand is how free markets work, all right? And the most effective free markets is what you call capitalist market. Now, I don't want to throw some economic terms on you. Here's what I want to say to you is this. There is demand and supply always at play whenever we are selling or exchanging stuff. And when I say exchanging and selling stuff, the methodology I'll be sharing with you, you will be giving stuff away for free and you'll be making money at the back end. So the thing here is that on the supply side, you will find that you will be putting something out in the market. Okay? Now, be it your talent, be it, I will show you, for instance, how to easily get a licensed book almost at no cost to you and put that out as an authority in the market. Any product, in our case, digital product, that's a supply, right? Now, on the demand side, there will be people paying you for the stuff that you put out. But here's the statement I'm making here also. I'm saying you are the supply, meaning that you, the brand, you from whence that product come, you are the one supplying to the market. But also, when you think of the demand side, you are in demand. Now, you may say, in a world crowded with almost 7.5 billion people, how can I be in demand? What do they want from me? Well, my friend, here's the thing. Think of this. If I didn't do anything tonight and I didn't do this webinar, you wouldn't be looking at this one. You'll be thinking, you will not know my existence. But by me putting myself out there, people are engaged, looking at this webinar and consuming information from it. So you will only be convinced of the fact that you are in demand when you start to create and release. When you start to package, I have here package, then we position you, in your area of specialty or expertise, and you'll be amazed that you already have that. So I'll be really helping you discover, what you have as far as supplying to the market. And then we'll have you sell that which is on supply. Okay? Now, this one will become very, very much clearer as we go through the 3-step methodology. Let's move on. And again, guys, the gifts. I have some awesome gifts for you. Okay, templates. Our methodology will be based on templates. Paint by numbers, A to Z, step 1, step 2, step 3, templates. No confusion, total transparency, total clarity. You'll be using templates to implement as we go along. I'll be giving you a gift of my Rolodex and toolkit, the stuff I use to build out my business online. And there will be a whole reservoir of resources and software. And the reason I'm giving this is not just to be useless gifts, but there's software I use online, and some of them do cost money. But what I'm going to do is give you my own licensed software alternatives. Okay, so if you don't have the budget, hey, I'm going to give you some software that does the job. All right, good deal. Okay, so hang until the end and I will tell you exactly where to get those. Let's move on. So I was saying for next year, 2017, I'm going to have this new tweak in my business model, and I want to invite you in to really be part of what I'm going to do, because I know it will benefit you. I know it will benefit you greatly, but it will also benefit me because I'm building my brand around your own success. So my business model is all about results first. And what I have is a business agency called business2net.com. So it's all about taking businesses to the internet successfully. All right. So in my business, what we do, we tend to identify businesses, do an audit for them, an online audit, to discover if they are strong or weak online. And if they have weaknesses, we do proposals to them to help them improve their online presence, use social media, get more sales, etc. We have very powerful strategies, and that is what we do. Very, very simple. And I will even be sharing, with you along the way as we build up our relationship, going on the inside of my business to show you more about it. All right. But a big part of my business here, guys, is to really set up what you call, and I said to you before, health businesses for people. And that's based on the 3 steps methodology I mentioned before. So at 3steps.me, it's all about you. The me is emphasis on you. Now, me is actually just like instead of .com, this is .me, right? So it's 3steps.me. It's really emphasizing you. And I want you to take this very selfishly and focus on you getting results for you through what I'm going to provide and share with you. And you're going to build an exciting, lucrative, and fun business for yourself. The outcome I want is your testimonial. So after I've given you lots of value, you get results. My goal is that there's some good reviews and good testimonials coming from your results that will then boost my business, because I really want my business to be socialized in that way. It's a long-term view I'm taking, and I'm building this out to be pretty successful, and I want your results to speak for what I'm going to do, right? I'm emphasizing giving as part of my model, and I'm emphasizing doing things for free. Now, it's quite a bold kind of statement, right? And you're kind of thinking, hey, what's the catch? Well, friend, the catch is that I want your testimonial, okay? And I, for as an individual, I know that more money comes at the back end after people are happy with what they're getting for themselves through what you offer them. And by me showing you that method, being very transparent with it, I want you to go into the world and do the same thing. All right? Okay, so that's my business model, and let's emphasize now the 3 steps so you really understand what's in there for you. So the 3 steps, the end result is this. We're going to build an automated online system. Emphasis automated, right? For you. I'm going to hold you by the hand and you're going to build this out for yourself. We're going to drive traffic and sales. I will show you how to do this. Now, I want to emphasize more on the traffic part. I want you to get pretty good on traffic. The sales will come. Listen, guys, if you get the traffic right, you will then have an asset, and that asset will be like a printing press, printing money for you, right? So what I mean by driving traffic and this being priority over sales is like, if you look at, I was just in one of my accounts here. If you look at, here's my Aweber account, right? So if you look at 6,591, right? These are subscribers I have at the moment in this one particular autoresponder account. And that 6,000 plus represents an asset. It's an asset, right? No one can take this away. It's like what I say to people, don't just have a YouTube channel with subscribers, because if YouTube shuts down, that's not your asset. It belongs to YouTube. Also, don't just promote an MLM company. If that MLM company shuts down, all the leads that you acquired goes with them. You need to build your own asset. No matter what you're promoting, you need to build your own asset, right? And just for for numbers or for reference sake, you have a list of subscribers. Each subscriber represents about $1 per month each, so it could be quite lucrative. But you want to own that asset. So I'm going to show you how to drive traffic, build out that asset, and then the sales come in the back end through our conversion process, and we will get into that. But the asset, focus on building the asset by having an automated online system that drives traffic, and it's all branded to you and you own it. Okay? So therefore, we have a no excuses approach. It is a do-it-yourself or outsource, and also have the support of a group mastermind. So what did I just say? Here's what I just said. This approach, the 3-step approach, is no excuse approach. You have no reason not to do this. It will be you building out your business and learning as you go, spending an hour a day, 5 days a week. Or if you can't afford the time, you could outsource it. I will show you the outsourcers that I use, right? We live in a world right now where you could hire a full-time person for like $200-300 a month, okay? And I will show you how I use a $1 monitoring system to monitor them 8 hours a day to make sure that they get the work done. And it's not intrusive, it's not an unpleasant system. They sign up to it, they're happy to do it, and they're happy to get to work. And they get paid, you get productivity from them, right? So you can outsource, guys. And we also have our group mastermind to support you. All right, so there's no excuse at all. Okay, let's move on. So what about the steps? What are we doing? Our 3 steps is divided over 3 weeks. Week 1, we're going to focus on building out your sales system. Week 2, we will then do what you call our $5 Facebook traffic methodology. Now, this is very, very simple, very sweet. You'll be excited to see your traffic coming in. And in that week, we'll also be aiming to get you a couple of sales coming in. But the most important thing that week is to get traffic, understand Facebook, understand how to target, how to do retargeting, and a few different things. I don't want to throw terminology at you. Let's keep it simple. When we get into that week, you'll then get a full explanation of exactly how we do this cheap traffic from Facebook everyone else is struggling to get done. Now, regarding our sales system, I just want to show you what we're talking about. What we're talking about in regards to sales system, I want to pull up my where are my slides here. I have some very trusty slides. I want to pull up those slides so we could, if I could just pull that out, you will then see what this sales system look like? Now, where are we? Here we are. Here we are. All right, guys. So you can see here. So you can see that the system from back to front looks like this. Now, don't bother about a picture. Picture looks a bit confusing, but traffic comes into what we call a lead capture page. Okay, we'll then offer, and they come into the lead capture page because we're offering them something for free. And then when they come into the lead capture page, there will be some emails spitting out through our automated system, and they will be getting emails every day thereabout, engaging them, informing them, branding ourselves to them, etc. There's a methodology to that, and then at the back end, the sales happen later on. All right. And when I say later on, it could be the very same day, very same moment, etc. But we're going to set up our system, simple lead capture page, a few emails in there. We have a free offer we give to them, and we have something to sell. Now, you may be thinking, hey, what do I sell to them? You'll be amazed what it is you're going to sell. Now, if you are already a business, then you have something to sell, right? Your questions will be about what do I offer them? And you may be surprised that you may not already have something to offer, and I will help you and show you exactly what really converts for businesses. As a matter of fact, guys, I'll show you something regarding businesses, because I see businesses advertise on social media and get so much wrong. And some businesses give up and wonder, hey, what's going on? Why am I getting this wrong? I will show you one of the best examples of a business using social media in recent times we have seen. This is Dove, and most of us would be, familiar with Dove, right? Dove do beauty soaps and beauty bars and beauty products, etc. And you can see it's a nice, clean, beautiful site. But what Dove is doing for social media is called Dove Stories, right? Stories, guys, convert more than anything in marketing, okay? And you will see that the 3-step methodology is actually the creation of a story. I'm helping you build out your own story. So Dove Stories, without going too deep into it, Dove Stories is what they have done is they have built out campaigns, right? And within the campaigns that they have built out, they're creating stories, you see, social stories. Have a look at this. They're not just throwing product at you. They're telling you things that is closely linked with their core values and core products. Look at the self-esteem project. Look at the Beauty My Say. All sorts of different articles about skincare and caring for yourself and your inner confidence and all sorts of things. And they're promoting this through social media, Facebook particularly, and generating a ton of sales. It's super, super successful, and it's used as one of the benchmarks right now for social media marketing for companies. And I will show you guys who have businesses how we're going to use stories to build out your business, and it'll just amaze you how effective this is. All right, so back to our sales. So our sales funnel will be our week 1. And guys, again, I will give you templates. I will give you a checklist, and you go tick, 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 tick when you've done your different parts. This part here can be done within an hour, right? The essential part. Maybe 2 hours for some, but I can assure you by the end of the first week, we're done. We have a super duper attractive, high converting sales funnel. Now, week 2, we look at our $5 Facebook traffic. I will not be diving into this right now because this is really proprietary stuff I'm very excited about. I'm going to show it to you, and you will absolutely have not done a campaign with this method that hasn't driven decent traffic from it, at least decent traffic from it, okay? In week 3, I have this thing called certification. So what do we mean by certification? All right, so the thing here is that we are, I'm going to show you something. We are building out your story, and a story, if you think of a story has a beginning, a story has a middle and an end, right? And if you think of movies are the most powerful medium by which we remember stuff. So when I say remember stuff, if you think of a history lesson, any history lesson, have you remembered the Vikings? Studying about the Vikings in history class. Well, you may remember some dates or you may not. But trust me, if you look at the Vikings movie or the series on TV, you remember, the plot, you remember that particular episode, etc. So movies are the most powerful medium through which we remember events and such. Well, in marketing, and particularly online marketing, we do have this powerful medium called storytelling, right? So therefore, what you're going to find is that you will set up a story through what we're doing, and that story will have as its beginning a hook, the middle will have the plot, and the end call to action. And these are specific things on your sales page. And when I say sales page, if you don't know the terminology, don't even be bothered by it. I could assure you, you have seen a sales page before, and you are going to build one. As a matter of fact, with my methodology, I will literally give you your own sales page, and all you have to do is tweak a few things on the sales page, and you're all set to go, right? Pretty easy stuff. But the whole point here is that, guys, you would have created a story. So what would your story be like? Here's what your story would be like. Well, on your sales page, when you create your final sales page, it will say something like this. 3 weeks ago, this is where I was. 3 weeks from then, this is what I have created. So for instance, let's say you never got a sale in your life online. Hey, in just 3 weeks, look at the amount of money I've made. Or in just 3 weeks, look at the amount of traffic I've generated. Or in just 3 weeks, look at what result I have. And I could assure you, by going through the 3 steps, your result will be powerful, sufficiently powerful that someone reading that sales page, that final sales page you have after you've completed the 3-step program, will want to do the same thing that you've done. Will want to be part of that 3-step program. The thing about it though is that at that point, we're going to put a buy button, and we will sell the exact training that you just did for $97. Now, will you want to do it? Maybe not. Some of you may not be interested in making any sales from what you have just done. But the reason I'm doing this is for people who, for the absolute first time, who have never made a dime online, or who don't know what to do, or you don't know what business to create, or who don't know how to go about making a sale. Well, you've just went through an experience where you build out your own online system, you're getting results. That is your story. Your story will be like, hey, I met this guy, Antoine, and Antoine showed me, held my hand and brought me into a Facebook group, and together, the whole tribe, we are getting results, and here is how. Click the button to find out how. When they click the button, you're charging $97, and that $97 goes to you. I'm not going to make a penny from it. It'll be your money to keep as a reward for building out your own system, and you're going to do it over and over again, because by that time you would know how to drive traffic. You already have a complete online funnel, and you could make sales to your heart content. Okay, so I used the word certification previously. You saw it here, right? Week 3. So that certification week, I use the word certification, is to finalize what we have learned, to solidify your business system, make sure the automation is working, etc. But for me to also sign and send to your home address, wherever you are in the world, a certificate showing that you have completed that internet marketing program with me. And that certificate also you could slap onto your sales page. I'll also send you a badge. You could slap the badges onto your sales page, and it will convert higher sales for you, because that will be part of your social proof of the results you've gotten and people will be excited to get a certificate or a badge like yours, and they will click. But to get it, they have to buy that $97 product, and we would have created the $97 product through the training that you just got. Now guys, how specifically will I be delivering the training? By video. So the 3 steps, I'm going to show you the site now. Let's get into the site. So 3steps.me, 3steps.me is an actual website. So I told you before that we launched this. We haven't officially launched it, but we have the developers create this just recently. And you can see I haven't even done the videos yet. I'm going to put the video myself here. And this is the site, the homepage of the site. And in here is where you're going to sign up. You click sign up. The webinar you're watching will be right here. There will be a blog. We're going to build out the blog in 2017. And when it's time for you to log in, you simply click login right here. Okay, so after you've signed up, this is the login button to get back into the site. Okay, so it's a full membership site, and in the membership site, all the video training that you got will be there. So the idea of them buying that product will be for them to get into the site also, purchase that product for $97 after you have already gotten it for free, and that person would be learning the same thing that you learn, getting results, and being certified just like yourself. But instead of getting it for free like yourself, they're going to pay for that training. All right. Now, that whole 3-step process is very much affiliate marketing. And I will tell you what affiliate marketing is. Affiliate marketing is basically selling other people's product at a commission, right? So basically, you really would have put effort into building your own business, but it wouldn't have been a lot of effort, but the product would have been created by me and you. But most of the heavy lifting would have been by me. It'd be me putting up those videos in the website, me putting on a buy button for $97 for you, and I'm selling on behalf of yourself, right? So all the heavy lifting is done by myself on your behalf, and you earn 100% commission on the $97 sale, right? And as you get results later on, I get your testimonial, which is what I'm excited about, right? Because I told you I'm building my business through that route. All right, guys. So that's it. The 3-step process. Week 1. Here we go. Week 1. I'm going back to the slide here. Week 1, build out your sales system. Week 2, drive $5 Facebook traffic for 5 days. So you need to budget like $25 for this. Do we have free methodologies showing that week? Absolutely. So if you can't afford it, well, I would really like people to afford that $5 per day. Okay. And then week 3 would be certification. I send out your certificates, I sign them, send them out, and we use those certificates to complete your story. And then thereafter, you could sell to your heart's content. Now, beyond that, you will be in the group, and I will have some further engagement with you there as we go into the future, because Facebook will only be one of the ways we're going to build out your business. And the next phase for you would be to scale up your business and set bigger goals and scale up your business to reach those goals. And therefore, we will be doing some major goal setting after you've completed the 3-step program, if you are so interested. All right. So that's the plan, guys. So what do you want to do next? What do you have? What would I like you to do next? Okay. Go over to www.3steps.me and sign up. And please check your email after you've signed up, because I'm going to send you the gifts there, but you also want to click the verification link to make sure you get those gifts. If you don't click the verification link in your email, those gifts will not be sent to you. Okay, so please do that. Next, I want you to share. I want you to share this with friends on Facebook. I want you to share this with friends where you work, etc. I want you to invite people to our group on Facebook. Now, I'm going to give you a look at the group right now. Let's see. Here we go. We only have a few members in there, and that's by design. So you can see we have about how many members? 25 members at this point. So we only opened this group a few days ago. We have 25 here. I am not going to grow this to a huge number. I want to have a controlled environment, and I want you to put in some skin. I want you to put in some effort. Okay? You could see on the 2nd of January we kick off. Week 1 is on the 2nd of January. Then we go to week 2 and week 3 consecutively. Okay, but I want you to be inviting people into the group. Okay, so we kick this off. I'll invite just a handful of other people from my buyers list into the group. All right. So you want to share this webinar. The link will be on the page. You could share it and invite other people. So that's it. You join the 3steps.me. You go over there, www.3steps.me. Okay, and you sign up. Then you go to your email account to click the verification link to get the gifts and to get other emails I'll be sending to you. Very, very important emails. So you want to keep checking your email account daily. You will be getting my emails. Okay, guys, and finally, I just want to say to you, keep it simple. Don't worry about what you do not know. Let me be your guide. Trust in someone, even if it's for once. Let someone guide you along, and put my method to the test until you could prove me wrong. I'm fully confident in this. I would love for this webinar to be 2 hours so I could really share with you some of my results, etc., etc., etc. But here's what I would like to say to you also. One of the biggest things in the online space is a lot of people positioning themselves to just make the sale. And what you find is that people open their PayPal accounts and show lots of money, etc. Listen, don't fall for that. Okay, you know, I support social proof only to the extent that it is logical to me. One of my biggest failures online was I used to be the person admiring the results of other people. I used to watch people talk about making millions, etc., etc. And what used to happen to me, instead of it motivating me to take action, it was kind of putting me in awe of them. I used to just sit back and admire them and not recognize that, hey, listen, kick yourself into gear, until I started to ask myself, hey, what really makes sense to me? And only when I began to digest things at my level and ask myself, is this worth my time? Is this worth my effort? Should I try this? And I saw a guy did something spectacular. He showed how to make your first $10. Now, you may say this is ridiculous, just $10. Well, after I made my first $10, that was it. I discovered exactly how to make money. And I realized, oh, okay, I got it wrong by looking at people making $1 million because they give you an impression you could make $1 million tomorrow morning. And I kind of couldn't, see myself. I was overwhelmed. I couldn't see that as being practical. But when I kind of discovered how to make the first sale, it never stopped. Okay. And when I discovered how to get my first subscriber, it never stopped. And I show you a couple thousand subscribers I have right now, and I have quite a few such list. Okay, so please, if it doesn't make sense to you, trust me, stay away from it. But if it does make sense to you and you think it's worth a try, hey, go for it. And I think what I have here for you falls within that camp. All right, guys. So let's make 2017 a spectacular year for you. My methods, I have proven it for myself. It works. I will be introducing more of myself to you, my history, my successes, my failures also. I'll be sharing those with you within the group. Okay, so let's keep this group exclusive to us. And I will be sharing with you a ton of stuff as we go along. But most importantly, I'll be keeping it simple so that you get results. I'll hold your hand and we, the group, will hold you accountable. I can't wait to see you inside. All right, guys. So go ahead, click the link, join, check your email, and just follow what the email says. Also, on this page, I will put a link for you to join the group. All right. I will put a link for you to join the group, but also after you've entered the site, I will be speaking to you on a video there to give you further instructions on everything about the 3-step .me formula. All right. Thank you. End of the webinar. See you inside the group. Bye.